Aditi Glinkpy. That's a nice name. So are you a recent police lady or have you been doing the job for a long time?
I bet you've been looking for Kyan Karan for ages, but it was a difficult search. Was it the first time he got arrested?
I have been doing my job since 2017, Daniel Dickinson, and it was the third time Kyan Karan got arrested. Oliver Lockwell, as he was under arrested twice before for scamming a £1 billion private company, and also selling illegal products in a city centre at some point. I have heard about Paul's advertisement apartment. I seen some of your past adverts, Daniel. I wished I could have shopped at Daniel Dive-In. It's a shame you didn't officially open that business.
Well, that was because I got kidnapped by Andy Alien a while ago back, as I couldn't open any of my other businesses either, such as Bleaking Breach Branch or Direct Daniel.
What's your days off, Aditi? I bet some days with the police force it's more difficult than others.
Well, some days are great, like chasing criminals in the car and eventually chaining them up to be sent behind bars. Some days I'm piloting the helicopter to find nighttime villains. But then, other days it's either bland or really annoying. Each day with my job is different. I'll be on a late shift later today, and it's kind of Matilda to invited me to her brother's apartment for a tour and getting to know you a lot better.
Well, hello, police lady. We've only just met you very recently. Is Kyan Karan behind bars now since you've arrested him?
This is Aditi Glinkpy, U2. She arrested Kyan and put him in prison. She'll be working on a late shift later today. Me and Daniel are just getting to know her more.
I do like your outfit. Did they provided you one or did you have to buy the uniform yourself?
This looks like Paul Parkinson's colleagues are going to be very interesting to learn. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all.
Childhood memories.
And this is the helipad as pilot Kate Napacopter lands her helicopter every day. From her work business with Chia Ling Heliponta to showing tourists the community, including my brother's apartment. And that concludes the tour, Aditi. What do you think?
I am impressed with Paul's apartment with its colorful backgrounds and colleagues. I have never noticed this building until recently when I saw Kyan Karan sneakily walking into a woodlands when I was patrolling one day on the country roads. I quietly followed him. He came to this place, and that's how I found out of this apartment in the green spaces.
Say, Matilda Parkinson and Aditi Glinkpy, have either of you heard a strange voice recently?
It sounds like a female person. I heard this mysterious girl at 4 a.m. last night. I felt spooked and almost couldn't get back to sleep. Daniel doesn't know, as he hasn't heard the voice himself.
I searched all day today trying to identify the voice of this mysterious person. No luck whatsoever. Do you know what we're on about, Aditi Glinkpy?
I haven't heard any mysterious voices, you lot, but I could try flying around to see this strange human being in my helicopter. She could be someone who floats in the skies. As much as I would like to get to know you all, I now must go to my late shift at my work, but I'll keep an eye out for this mysterious girl. Nice to meet you all, and I'll get back as soon as I can with possible clues.
I haven't heard any mysterious voices either. She must have somehow got into your separate bedrooms and communicated to the four of you. Aditi Glinkpy might find this mysterious person and report it on to the news at some point. Lee Leighton is currently looking for work elsewhere since the community news got cancelled for other unknown reasons.
But didn't you know, Matilda? Kyan Karan got the community news cancelled because he murdered Simon, the manager there. That was why Lee Leighton got the sacked, because Kyan took over the studios and destroyed the set. The council can't afford a new set due to renting reasons. What about if Lee Leighton works for Paul at the apartment? We never had a newsroom before.
That isn't going to be that easy, Graham, my best friend. Paul Perkinson has been going through a lot of feelings and thoughts since Oliver McElroy was fired. Paul can't make an extension because he needs to ask the council for planning permission, and he needs to pay Lee quite a lot of money to do the job. But I do see a potential.
You could try to ask Lee for a test show Matilda in the advert review room, and see if Lee would be interested to do a news show in the apartment. It's worth a try.
But like Chia Hao said, Sarah, it isn't going to be easy and quick. But Graham could be a lifesaver for Lee Leighton if it goes to plan. I'll ask Lee tomorrow.
I wonder when Queen Beth will come back and tell me more about that mysterious girl. We're definitely getting closer to finding evidence and solve this mystery once and for all. Hello there. How you been? I've been okay, thanks. I've been waiting for Queen Beth to come back to me for some time about the mystery of the mysterious girl that I keep hearing and believing and seeing it. Queen Beth has told me more information about it, but just to make things simple, we'll keep that aside for now. I thought today's episode is going to be about childhood memories and tell you what's my favourite things about my younger years, and there might be some things I haven't told you before. So let's go and sit on the sofa and let's catch up. Come on. So, my younger years. I thought we're going to start out the mystery about the mysterious girl, Lewis. Really? Another filler episode? This is not a filler episode. This is just a natural episode where I tell you what's new from me and I tell you things about myself that you might not know before. Don't start being doom and gloom and grey and rain now. We've only just started. Yeah, you started about 5 minutes ago because of the scene of the apartment. Alright, clever clogs. Why are you going off in a tangent for? Why are you going... What? Dunno. What is normal, eh? Anyway, should have gone to Specsavers. Yet again. Childhood memories. Now, there is things from my childhood that I can tell you about. What like? One thing I can tell you is the times I went to the cinemas. I might have told you before, the first movie I've ever seen in the cinemas was the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, that 2004 film. It was at the few cinemas, and that was the first time I've ever been to the cinema and seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I believe the second film I've ever watched in the cinemas in the same in view, I believe the second film I've ever watched was Pixar's Cars. And you're probably going to think, how do I know? Because I've noted down earlier on my phone about what films I've seen in separate cinemas and how many times I've seen it. It took me a few minutes to remind myself what films I've seen in 2009, 2013, 2018, just to name a few. And here is all of the films I've seen in that cinema specifically. Each one of them is different in different years. I've been to the Odeon cinema at least about 8 times at least. But I've been to a Pacific Odeon cinema more than the other. I've only been to Signwell once with Samantha to see Shaun the Sheep Farmadon. I used to get that mixed up. And you remember on episode 8 of Lewis Vlogs that we went to see the cinema to see that a few years ago? And I told you I couldn't film the film because I said, "I'm sorry sir, but you can't film the film, that's naughty, you'll be arrested forever." Will you smile at? Oh god, the earlier Lewis Vlogs episode? Oh, that's even worse than what we get now. You're never grateful for anything, you're not. I don't understand why you're so... You're going all pedantic and just like... Oh, grumpy pants. You're more grumpier than Angry Pants from Bear Behaving Badly and Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. So, now you know what films I've seen in cinemas and how many times I've been. I've been to the few cinemas the most because maybe it's the cheapest, I'm presuming. It's £4.99 to pay it online, but if you go to the cinema and pay a ticket there, it's only £5.99, so it's not really that different, if you know what I mean. But 100 pennies is expensive. Are you being serious? You really don't know the difference between pennies and pounds. You spend too much time on TikTok and you watch too much of the Minions and Family Guy and you play Fortnite and Hoodie Up and Call of Duty. I know I'm talking complete and utter rubbish, but at least I'm trying to bring humour like I always do, which is completely old at this point. I've heard that. Watching you. Anyway, I'm going to show you now my sentimental boxes and stuff from my younger years I've put in recently. Come with me. Now, you've seen the sentimental box before, you have, and I want to show you at least 3 things from my younger years that I got in here. Obviously, you already know that my old Olympus waterproof camera is in there, because I've shown you it not too long ago. Look at this Horton plush made by, if I can get his tail out of the way, Typho. Horton Hears a Who was the first film I seen at the Odeon cinemas. It was with my old junior school. I remember a long time ago that in the cinema reception they have like these menus and prices, but Horton's like drinking the cup in the cinema. Yeah, basically where a character drinks like a slushy, coke, whatever it was. And it was on the cinema reception menu boards, it was. Do any of you guys got this Horton plush? I don't think it's going to be worth much, but it might be rare. Here is a Happy Meal Tai Long toy that I got from 2008. And basically, all this, what this does is that if you press this button here, you can kick him, and basically every time you see this program, this is what you want to do every single time when Lewis Vlogs comes on. You want to kick your TV like that. Yeah. Oh, what are we posing for? It looked like if he was posing. Yeah, look at his pose. Look like if he's holding out to something. Your Majesty, here is your special. This is not Thomas and Friends, you know. I'm only joking. And now, this is something from my younger years. I originally didn't own this, but I got it from one of my personal relatives in their house originally a long time ago. This is an old 1995 Looney Tunes toy. I think this might have been made by Burger King, KFC, something like that. I don't know for sure. basically what you do with this is that if you spin this wheel here, you can spin Sylvester around like he's in the washing machine. And I got this a long time ago and kept it in my old bedroom, then put it in my sentimental box. It used to be a lot whiter, but then it's got decoloured over the years. You don't get toys like these anymore, you don't. There's just too many modern toys now in fast food restaurants. They're just not as good as the old ones. Especially the late 90s, early 2000s ones. What sort of Happy Meal toys or Burger King meals toys did you own as a kid? Let me know. Now, some of you may have seen this item before on the last season of Lewis Vlogs. This is the Wallace and Gromit bubble bath bottle it is. Yeah. I first seen Wallace and Gromit in 2005, where my first memory of Wallace and Gromit when I watched the Ron Trousers on a VHS. It wasn't an official VHS, somebody recorded it on TV, then put it on a VHS. That's what they used to do back in the day, unlike now. And I remember I watched the original Ron Trousers I did, where it had the original audio before like all the other home media releases will have the other version because of copyright issues. Yeah, I really like Wallace and Gromit. My favourite short is the Ron Trousers. And my favourite character is Gromit because he's pretty much like me, someone with a lot of common sense and, that doesn't take things first sight. He just uses his brain before he reacts to anything else with his expressions, with his eyebrows. And as you can see, my Kayla Watts Funko Pop has moved in here because there's something else from my childhood that I want to show you in a second. That's in where my TV is. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Oh, come on. Hurry up. We want to see Paul's colleagues more than you. Shh! This is a library. And that quote, "this is a library," in that whisper, that's from Bear Behaving Badly. I believe it was from that episode where Nev the Bear was Harry Potter. I believe it was. And there's my big figure that you seen last season. I got something else to show you from my childhood. That's in my living room. Come with me. As you can see here, this is my Eve plush. I got this from, I believe, Tesco's. I believe I got this back in 2008 itself, maybe early 2009. This is a really old Eve plush. It was made by Thinkaway Toys. Well, unfortunately, because it's that old, it's not really decolored with its skin, but the battery's pretty much dead. And I don't think there is any other possible way to replace the battery because it's all sewed in. As you can see, oh, not these pauses again. Oh, I'm just trying to talk to you, okay? Well, unfortunately, the battery's pretty much had it, but every time you press this button here specifically, it feels like a circular shape. Eve will make that laughing sound effect, which unfortunately has pretty much died. That's annoying! Anything I do is annoying to you. Shush. Take a deep breath. Relax. And stop being grumpy! Really? Oh, look, Eve's watching you now. Watch out for her. Don't make her occur her evil side. Not that silly joke from last season. Stop going on a tangent! I was only joking. Okay. Alright. This is supposed to be very, very serious. I apologise. So look on the Specsavers. Or... there. Better now? No. How about then you can look at my recent video game collectibles. Let's just show that before you storm off and you throw the remote at the window, and before you do anything else nonsensical. I'm only joking. You're probably going to think, what's my recent collectible I got? Well, I've only got one collectible recently in here. And I got something else too that's not in here, but it's in my bedroom. My recent video game collectible as of the 1st of July, which this episode was filmed, I got Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door for the Switch. I have. You're all sealed up, and it's in a protector, as you may know. So now you've seen that, I can show you my recent Funko Pop I bought. I thought this was about childhood memories. It is. There's nothing wrong with variety, isn't there? No? Well, there you go then. Come on, I'll show you my Funko Pop. Before we talk more about my childhood memories, I want to show you my Funko Pop I bought back in June. Look at this. A Kung Fu Panda Funko Specialty Series exclusive Funko Pop. It cost me, I believe, £11.99 from Forbidden Planet. It was made this year, it was, and you probably think, why did I bought this Funko Pop? Because it says exclusive. It's not an NFT. It's not. It doesn't say the normal exclusive Funko Pop sticker. But it is a possible rare Funko Pop that's not going to be easy to find, even if you shop on Amazon, eBay, whatever which online shopping you go to. So, there you go. I thought I'd show you my latest Funko Pop I bought in ages. I only tend to get exclusive Funko Pops nowadays to save a bit more money and buy other collectibles. So, now you know more about my younger years, my recent collectibles, props and items from my childhood days. I thought now I'd show you a slideshow of different pictures and loads of different memories of my younger years. I remember seeing that's not around today. Here is a slideshow, people, for you lot to see if you remember most of these images from your younger years, but if you were born between at least 1997 to about 2007 at least. That's pretty much the audience I'm talking about, people at that age demographic. So here is some nostalgia memories for you lot. Enjoy.